Well, hello everyone and welcome to Zombicide. Well, this is for the Black Plague hero box number 1. So let's have a look with what you actually get in here, shall we? Well, in this box you'll actually get 2 more dashboards and 2 colours for extra characters to play. Well, that brings the total up to 8. Or if you have the Wolfsburg expansion, that brings it up to 12. Having our other cool boxes like, I don't know, like Green Horde perhaps, that just brings up to probably too many dashboards, so you don't really need that many. But hey, it's a nice little add-on that you get with 2 different colours. Now let's start with the 5 characters that you get in this box, and we'll start off with Glinda. Right, she starts with the game Tough, which is actually not bad to start out with, really. Let's see, she can have +1 free melee action, okay, or Ironhide. Oh, that's a tough one, very tough one. I will probably go for the melee action myself, but don't forget Ironhide is still a nice 5-up save. Well, anyway, let's have a look. +1 damage. Oh, that's going to be very, very handy. +1 free combat action. Huh, okay. Or +1 dice roll to melee. Well, it's going to have to be +1 damage to melee. I mean, that's got to be number 1 on my list. Seriously. The free combat action, who knows, because of course if you pick that one you really don't need that one unless you have like some kind of bows or magic, so it's a tough one really. I would actually go for the +1 dice roll to melee. Just literally give her all melee stuff and you'll be happy. Her body slot can actually hold a hammer. That's nice, because her model is actually holding a hammer. It's a nice little model right there, a dwarf. Nice. Next we come with Anard, and well, he starts with a free search action in blue. Okay, helpful perhaps not. I mean, there isn't going to be a lot of zombies in blue and you're not really going to be doing much, so I'm not really too fussed about that one. Anyway, well, anyway, +1 die melee. Oh, that's nice, and +1 free move action. Ooh, if you're going to go around searching and moving, then perhaps moving to search around could be a good combination. It all depends on the quest that you're playing. +1 free combat action. That's nice. Ironhide. No, that's nice. Reaper combat. Well, I'm never much of a fan of Reaper combat. It's probably a bit more handier in red than it is in any other colour, but still, I would probably go for the free combat action myself. Then perhaps Ironhide. His body slot, he can hold a torch instead. Well, that makes sense, especially since his model holds a torch. That's right, a torch that lights the path. Or finds things in the dark. There you go. His model's not that bad actually. It's, after dropping them on the board. Yeah, I mean, he's looking down. It looks kind of a bit weird, but it's more supposed to be searching. But the way he's holding the torch whilst looking down, it just makes it look a bit weird. So I think if his arm was out a bit more, so he's actually looking. It makes a little bit more sense, but you know, it's not bad. Our third survivor is Sylvia, and she has Taunt. Okay, well, Taunt can be very handy in certain situations, and especially in certain quests, sorry, as well. Starting out could be, well, very good, especially when it goes into yellow. I mean, big rooms, lots of zombies can come in, but taunting away, you know, clears a path. It's very, very good and handy. Swordmaster, one of the most useless skills ever, and I really don't like. But it is in orange, so it could be useful. No, let's be honest, it's not going to be useful. Right, Reaper melee. Well, as I've already mentioned, I'm not too much of a fan of Reaper, but hey ho, it's still a nice skill. Right, +1 die in combat, that's nice. +1 free combat action, that's nice. And +1 dice roll to combat. So combat. So if you don't actually have melee weapons, Swordmaster, and Reaper melee, then you can get away with not just combat, but also not just melee weapons, but also range weapons and magic. So if you have a combination, that could be a nice selection right there. I myself would go for the +1 die. The extra dice is a little bit more better, I think. Then it all depends on what you've got equipped. I'd go with the free combat action myself. But if you have weapons that's a little bit more harder to hit, some that has 5+ to hit, then I'd go for the +1 dice roll. In her body slot, she can hold an axe, which is kind of interesting because her model has an axe. Yeah, I mean, wow, that's actually not bad. That's not. The pose is alright as well. No, dagger is nicely pointy in a good way, I guess. I mean, the stance is alright. Alright. Our 4th survivor is Julian. Oh, good old Julian. Right, he starts with hold your nose. Well, that's always a good one, especially in blue. I mean, you're going to keep getting those search cards quite quickly, just with him around in blue. I mean, yes, awesome. Right, +1 damage melee. That's good. Or hit and run. That's good as well. It all depends on the kind of other survivors that you have and or the equipment that you find. With hold your nose, you'd be easily able to find equipment that you might even need. So I would probably go for the +1 damage melee because that will help with hold your nose. Be able to kill fatties and that works with hold your nose better. Anyway, let's have a look. Right, +1 free combat action, that's nice. Jump, oh, I do like jump. And Reaper combat. I will probably go for a jump. The +1 free combat action is also a nice one that goes with hold your nose and +1 damage melee. Well, that's just already there. But jump means that you could actually kind of pick your fights, as it were, as long as you can actually jump to the correct location. That is. Anyway, his body slot, he can hold a dagger. And if we have a look at his model, he's holding a dagger. Actually, he's holding 2. Well, actually, that could be a short sword, really. But the other one would be a dagger. Who knows? Short sword and dagger? Yeah. Anyway, it looks actually not bad. Really. It's like, his cloak isn't like overly, like, out of the ordinary kind of thing. It just looks like literally an ordinary cloak, so it's not like high flying wind cloak kind of thing. Anyway, I do like the nice little details there. We've got pouches and all the ruffles as well. It's like, yeah, it's really nice. I do like that. Our final survivor is Tucker. So he has shove, and I do like shove. It's a very useful skill to have. He can have lucky or spellcaster. Tricky. I would literally go for spellcaster if you're trying to give him lots of spells, which would be handy. If you don't give him any spells, then I'd go for lucky. I mean, they're both very good skills to have. He can have +1 die in combat, +1 free combat action, or free reload. Why? Why free reload? It's a terrible skill to have unless you have some kind of crossbow. If you don't have a crossbow, then it's absolutely useless. Absolutely useless. I wouldn't even go for that even if I had a crossbow. Anyway, I would go for the +1 die in combat and then +1 free combat action. Just because that's better than a free reload. Especially if you're going to give him spells. I mean, seriously. Ugh. Well, his body slot, he can hold an axe. Okay. Fair enough. I was trying to be a spellcaster and all that. So, anyway, let's have a look. He's holding a crossbow. What? Where's his axe? on his back. There it is. Right. So, right, so alright model, you know. It's nothing too overly done about it. Just like something simple, and I like that. It's really nice. And there you have it. That was the Hero Box one. What do I think of this? Well, I think it's a nice little selection there. Having 2 more dashboards could be good. All depends on what you already have. Having some new colours is a nice variety there. 5 heroes. I think it would have been best with 6. I mean, 6 is supposed to be like the minimum survivors that you're supposed to have anyway. So 5 doesn't really make much sense, really. And the survivors aren't all that bad as well. I mean, yeah, I can't say I wouldn't recommend this. I would recommend it. I really do. I mean, like I said, the survivors aren't all that bad, and that's really bad. It's because it's just with our hero box. Anyway, yeah, literally, it's a good buy. Well, anyway, that's really all I have until next time. Bye.